Hey everyone, I'm Warren Miller with Action. It's Wednesday afternoon, and as you can see, I'm in a dental office. I'm actually in a surgery center, and we are shut down. Shut down till May 8th. So when most of us should be working, we are not. It's the middle of the afternoon, and we are having a drink. We are having a very real conversation. And my first conversation was with a good friend of mine, Dr. John Russo here in Sarasota. John, how are you today?
I'm doing okay. Warren, how are you?
Great, great. It's good to sit down with you. Just wanted to pick your brain about what's going on, what you're doing, where your staff is, how you're making money, how you're not stressed, and how you're spending your free time.
Sure. Well, I'm a periodontist, and this is where I practice in Sarasota, Florida, and I'm very lucky to have Warren.
The doctor's younger brother up there with him.
Yeah. Warren, my local rep, lives blocks from my office, so we have become very good friends, and I've had a great relationship with Action, so I know the people and the products very well. So it's been tough, for a small business, for dentists especially. Governor DeSantis shut us down till after May 8th, so we're supposed to be only seeing emergency patients at this point.
And it's March now. Yes, we're talking May.
Yes. So, you dentists who are watching this, I know when you will go on vacation for a week, you probably set that time aside, you know what you're doing and how long that's going to take, and you got the money budgeted. If you go for 2 weeks, you probably come back and you're ready to get back to work. I don't know how many small businesses can shut down entirely for 7 weeks. And we don't even know if we're going to go back to work in 7 weeks. So this is kind of unprecedented. I've never seen anything like this. My boys, I've got 3 boys. One goes to the University of Florida, one goes to Florida State. They're both home. They're doing distance learning, online classes. My youngest is in high school. He's in IB, so the IB end of year exams, everything's up in the air. Nobody really knows what's going on. It's a very unsettling time. So Warren said, why don't we get together and just kind of talk about what's going on? And I thought that was a great idea, so that's why we're here.
We've talked a lot of conversations about how the world is going to change, just how business is going to change, how learning is going to change, how training, at least my training that I train people, is going to change. And we've noticed a lot of the content on social media does seem to be the same. So this is what brought us here today, to sit down. We're in Dr. Russo's brand new surgery center, right?
Yes.
Just redid the office, just built this new surgery center.
Yep.
You do a lot of courses.
So this is my dental office. I've been here for 28 years in Sarasota, Florida. And this is my teaching center that we built specifically for education. This is the teaching center full of students for a course.
When did you finish this? When did this project complete?
We finished
A couple months ago.
a couple months ago.
This is brand new.
Before Christmas.
Yeah,
right.
it was brand new.
But the unique thing is when we renovated the office, we put an audio-visual booth in. So I've got video cameras, and with the video cameras, we can, sorry, that keeps going. We can transfer the videos to this room on these screens, and the students can watch the videos live as we're doing live procedures. So that's kind of a unique thing that we're doing. And I guess pretty soon we're going to have to look into doing remote learning, more online training, just to stay up with the times, I guess.
But
Go ahead.
I wanted to say was one of the things that I always was impressed with. You building this surgery center kind of ignited your passion for teaching, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
So you do classes in Charleston, in Phoenix, cadaver courses.
Yeah, we've been doing the cadaver course for 18 years, going on 19 at the Medical University of South Carolina. We do them 3-4 times a year. It's a 3-day course, 2 days lecture, and the 3rd day is lab, hands-on with cadavers, bone and soft tissue grafting.
Right. Which I've done the class myself.
Yep.
It's a fantastic learning. It was, at least for me, my first cadaver course.
Warren was a little nervous when he saw his first one.
I was real nervous. But this was a real project of love. You put your whole self into this. I met your whole family through this, and I know you were involved in every aspect, to the floors, the tables. You really thought this out.
Well, I've been practicing for 28 years, and after 28 years, you just go to work every day and complain about what you're doing. or you have to renew yourself. And I do enjoy teaching, so I want to do a little bit more teaching, and that's why I built this center. So we also have 2 study clubs, as you know.
Right.
I have a Seattle study club that's called the Silver King Study Club. Big surprise, I love to tarpon fish, and tarpon is known as the Silver King. So we've got the Silver King Study Club, and I also have a Sarasota County Dental Hygiene Study Club. And we have about 60 or 70 hygienists in that. So with round tables in this building, we can get everyone in. And so this is the home to both of those study clubs. And it's a lot of fun.
So is it safe to say that if I was someone who didn't know you and I was going to have a conversation, within 3 to 8 minutes at some point we're going to talk about fishing? Probably relatively quick.
Yeah, I mean, can you see the shirt, John?
We're pretty sharp dressers.
We had these shirts made because Warren said, hey, I need you to come down to Puerto Rico and lecture. And I said, are there tarpon down there? We researched it. I said, done deal. So these are our fishing shirts for the combined CE tarpon fishing down in Puerto Rico.
Which is something that we've talked about also doing maybe down at Chica Lodge in the Keys, right? Something that involve your passions, which is dentistry, education, right, and fishing.
Well, what's tough right now is the Keys are shut off completely, except for local residents.
Yeah,
so
completely.
The fishing guides are hurting, and that's a lot of the stuff I look at on social media. You know, we've been fishing locally, but literally 2 days ago I heard 1,000 tarpon came into Boca Grande Pass, and they're down in Pine Island Sound.
And you're not down there.
I'd love to get down there, but the county boat ramps are closed. Okay, that's a real issue. One of my best friends here in Sarasota, Captain Jeff Page, he called me the other day. He couldn't put his boat in the water. You know, how's he supposed to make a living when he doesn't live on the water? He puts it in at the ramp every day and goes to different places based on where the fishing is good. He is shut down. He cannot fish. Okay, so this is affecting everybody. It really is.
It is, and we don't even know how long they'll be closed, right? The boat ramps. So,
well, the reason they're closed is like a lot of people are gathering on the sandbars, and so we're trying to keep our social distancing so nobody catches the coronavirus, and the government is just trying to limit people congregating. And I can tell you, before the boat ramps were shut down, I was on the water probably 3 or 4 days ago, and I've never seen that many boats out on the water.
I know you got to have some good fishing pictures. I know that you do, right?
Well, the day that we shut down, my son had been fishing all day, and he was nailing the redfish really, really good. I'll show you this one more. He took me out after work because I was pretty stressed, and literally we got there, and that's a redfish that we got. Can you get that, John? So on a positive note, you know the old saying, you can't have both. You either have time or you have money.
Right now we have.
I got a lot of time right now, so I've been making the most of the fishing, and the fishing has been really, really good. My 3 boys went out last night, and the kingfish are actually in pretty good now. There's a lot of threadfin herring on the beach, so they're getting the bait. The kingfish are hitting those. As the guys are getting the kingfish, they're using the kingfish carcass as chum, and they're bringing the sharks in. So I think my boys got 10 bull sharks to the boat last night. So the fishing is off the hook right now. It's really, really good.
If you can put your boat in the water.
If you can afford the gas, you can put your boat in the water. That's right. That's right. And the weather has been unseasonably good. I saw a drone shot of Siesta Key Beach the other day, and there's nobody on the beach. Siesta Key Beach was ranked the #1 beach in the country.
And it's empty.
And we're in the height of spring break right now, and there's nobody there.
And I don't want to keep this on necessarily a down note, but one of the things that we deal with here when people say Florida doesn't have a lot of seasons, we do, and tourist season being one of them.
Yeah.
So as the snowbirds, as we lovingly call them, all the folks from up north that come down in the winter, they leave Easter, right? So we always wish for a late Easter. It keeps the season a little longer, keeps them down a little longer. This year we're shut down past Easter, and one of the things that you do a little different, some of your technology that you have, is a lot of people want to get their dental work before they go home. So you really pile up before Easter, right? Implants. Yeah. You actually have the ability to do same day implants.
Absolutely.
Right?
I've got a dynamic guided surgery, the XNAV.
Yeah.
And we can take a CAT scan, plan the case, and place the implant same day guided. And we don't have to wait a week or two to get a guide back from the lab. I'm not printing guides in my office. We're doing it all digitally. So we import our STL file from Carestream 3600 intraoral scanner. I use my Xmind Trim, which is that machine. We take our cone beam scan. I import my DICOM data and to the XNAV program, and I merge the two files, and then I can plan my implants. I start with the crown, start with the prosthesis, and we try to put the implants in so that we can screw retain them, of course, so we don't have to worry about cement. And yeah, absolutely. Starting February, people start saying, okay, so I should be ready with the bone graft to have the implants. I'm leaving on X date, and it starts in February, and it's just, you just keep getting squeezed closer and closer, because literally the Monday after Easter, there's a mass exodus out of Sarasota, and our population drops in half.
Yeah.
So we're in the heart of our busy time, busy season. We could be working 7 days a week right now if we did not have the coronavirus.
We're in the thick of it, and everyone is sitting home.
Yeah.
Well, you and
Bad time to be
I
off.
are drinking in the afternoons. It could be worse. It could be worse.
Yeah, you got to make lemonade.
Right. So we got a few things to talk about, but really we just kind of want to talk about where dentistry is, where it's going. You are a little more cutting edge than most, and maybe because you're in education. But being able to do the same day implants, having this dynamic guide is pretty impressive. But I think that one of the questions that I get asked, because I sell 3D, is when is 3D going to be the standard of care? Will it ever be the standard of care? If this years away, or what are you missing without having 3D? Tell me what's.
If 3D is not the standard of care at this point in time, it's as close as it could be. Okay. I could not live without cone beam CT, especially placing dental implants. Even with ortho cases, I do a lot of soft tissue grafting, and when patients are referred for soft tissue grafts, you need to know how thick the bone is before you start moving the teeth, and you're not going to tell that on a two-dimensional periapical radiograph. So you really need to take a CAT scan for ortho cases, wisdom teeth, impactions, lots and lots and lots of different reasons to use cone beam other than dental implants.
Sure.
Everyone seems to think dental implants is the main reason.
But you just see more dentistry. You're just doing more dentistry.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You can do a better job diagnosing. You find more stuff that needs to be done, for sure.
So what's your plan for the rest of the year? I mean, what was your plan? What are you rethinking now? Like, are we just kind of in purgatory? Or what do you think? When we get back to work and it's all steam, full steam ahead? Because in Florida, come May, things are a little different.
Yeah, well, dentists are, I think, for the most part, introverts. I think for the most part, they are very anal retentive and control freaks. So I think dentists are just dying at this point, not having any control over their short-term financial future. And then, of course, we're worried about when people do go back to work, are they going to spend money on dentistry? I mean, I know there's emergency stuff, but we'll burn through that pretty quick.
Yeah.
I can tell you on a bright note, when I laid off my employees for 7 weeks so that they could collect unemployment, the very following day, my two receptionists came in from 8 to 12 and were on the phone rescheduling patients without being paid. They're coming in again tomorrow. My assistant's already been in once. They want to have jobs to come back to. They understand this is not personal, it's just something they have to do. So I'm very lucky. I have a great team.
You do.
I'm
They've been
very,
here for
very
a long
lucky.
time too.
Yeah, I'm very lucky to have them, yes, for sure.
So hey guys, thank you for joining us. We just kind of did this off the cuff, and we want to, we're going to put this on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel, Drinking with Dentists. We're going to put this anywhere we see fit, but we'd love to hear your comments, concerns. You tell us what you'd like to see. We definitely want to bring something funny, casual, lighthearted. Dr. Russo, any closing comments?
Yeah, so please comment on YouTube what you'd be interested in hearing or seeing, especially in any of the Actione products. I'm very familiar with several of their products, so if you'd like to see a little bit about a certain product, just shoot it out there, and we'll come back with a short clip, and I can tell you what you want to know.
Cameras, 3D, if you want to see us shirtless, however you want to see it, we're interested.
That would be just Warren shirtless.
Anyway, cheers everyone.
Cheers, man.
Stay well.
Stay safe. Use
Wash your
hand
hands.
sanitizer, yeah.